there's like a whole different set of rules for how men and women are supposed to behave. Sexual, I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay for a guy to, have a lot of partners, but
Mm.
God forbid a woman do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's that whole sexual double standard thing.
Yeah.
So we're looking at this article from way back in 2003
Okay.
from the Journal of Sex Research.
Yeah. The English language
Yeah.
has way more negative terms for women
Oh, that's so true.
than men.
Yeah, you have words like slut or easy for women.
Loaded with judgment and shame.
Yeah, but for men,
Yeah.
the words are more neutral.
Yeah. Or even seen as positive.
It's like built into the language.
It's subtle,
Yeah.
but it's powerful.
And it's not just the words, right?
Right.
It's how we use them.
Exactly.
So they found that men
Yeah.
are more likely to be seen as the actors
Yeah.
when we're talking about sex.
The initiators. Yeah.
But women are the
passive recipients. It's like
Yeah.
even when we're talking about
Yeah.
seemingly equal encounters,
right.
the language can still frame men as the ones in control.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the article mentioned high-risk sexual behavior
Yeah.
is a big concern.
Right.
How does the double standard play into that?
Well, the double standard can make it harder for women
Okay.
to openly discuss
Right.
and negotiate condom use,
Oh, wow.
which, can put them at risk for STIs and unwanted pregnancies.
So even now, women are hesitant to,
yeah.
bring up condoms
It's sad, but yes.
because of how they'll be perceived.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the article even cited research showing that sometimes women who provide condoms
Oh, wow.
are viewed more negatively than
Wow.
men who do.
It's so unfair. This double standard also affects
Yeah.
women's sexual identity and how they feel about themselves.
Yes, exactly.
So, more than just feeling judged,
Yeah.
it affects how you see yourself
Yeah.
sexually.
It can impact
Yeah.
how you view yourself
Right.
as a sexual being.
I can see how that would be really damaging.
It can be.
Yeah.
The article mentions Peggy Orenstein's observations of a middle school sex education class.
Okay.
And she found that boys were actually encouraged to boast about their sexual experiences,
Oh, wow.
while girls were labeled sluts
Oh, gosh.
for even expressing an interest in sex.
Wow.
It's a stark reminder of how early these double standards can start to emerge
Yeah.
and influence young people. It's the idea that it's okay for men to be sexually active before marriage,
Okay.
but not women.
I think of all those sayings we grew up with.
Oh my gosh.
Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Oh, I know. That one makes me cringe. Imagine constantly getting these messages,
Yes.
whether they're said out loud or implied,
Yeah.
that tell you that your sexual desires are wrong
Yeah.
or shameful.
It would make you not even want to think about it.
Exactly, yeah. It can create these really unhealthy patterns in relationships
Yeah.
where women might suppress their own needs
Okay.
and desires to avoid judgment.
Right. I hate that.
It's frustrating how those labels
Yeah.
get thrown around so casually.
And it's not just about the number,
No.
right?
It's also about, the context of those relationships.
Yeah.
Women are often judged more harshly
Yeah.
for engaging in casual sex
Right.
or for being the one to initiate a sexual encounter.
Oh, it's like we're still stuck in that whole
I know.
women should be passive
Yeah.
and men should be the pursuers.
It's like this unspoken rule.
Yeah. So if a woman goes for what she wants,
Yeah.
she's aggressive, she's desperate.
Right. Or a man doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He's just being confident and assertive.
Ugh, what a double bind.
It is. It's a real double bind.
So the article even talks about how the double standard
Yeah.
can be different in
Well,
different cultures.
Yeah, it varies across cultures,
So it's not just a Western thing. Okay.
where women judge themselves
Right.
based on those same restrictive norms.
So it's not just about being judged by other people.
Right.
It's about judging yourself.
Yeah, it can make women feel ashamed of their own desires.
Oh, wow.
Or hesitate to express their sexuality freely.
It's so sad to think about how many women
Oh.
are silencing themselves
Yeah.
because of this.
It's heartbreaking.
And this is where,
Yeah.
understanding this double standard
Right.
really matters.
It really does. They talk about the pressure on young women
Why?
in these small Australian towns to maintain their reputation.
Oh, wow.
And it shows how social circles can actually amplify
Right.
these double standards.
So, in a small town, it matters even more.
Exactly.
Wow.
Because everyone knows everyone,
Yeah.
and there's this fear of being labeled as easy or promiscuous.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
This basic thing.
Yeah.
Like wanting to be safe
Right.
is like turned into
Yeah.
a judgment about you.
A judgment about your character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not just physical health,
Yeah.
right? The researchers, Crawford and Popp, they actually use this term orthodox double standard to describe that traditional belief
Okay.
that, women should be totally abstinent before marriage,
Right.
while men can do whatever they want.
Right. My grandma's double standard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That view is definitely less common now.
Okay, good.
But we still see these double standards
Yeah.
appearing in these sneakier ways,
Okay.
especially when it comes to judging women based on the number of sexual partners they've had.
Oh, the whole slut shaming thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a woman with multiple partners is automatically labeled as promiscuous,
Right.
but a man with the same history,
Yeah.
he's a stud.
Exactly.
Ugh.
The article talks about this idea of token resistance.
I don't know. Can you explain that?
Yeah, so token resistance is this thing
Yeah.
where women feel pressured to initially say no to sex,
Okay.
even if they actually want to have sex.
So it seems like they're in control,
Right. Asserting their boundaries.
but they're really just
Yeah, but they're really just playing by the rules
of this double standard.
of this double standard,
Yeah.
trying to avoid being seen as too easy.
Wow.
Yeah, and it ultimately reinforces
Yeah.
this idea that women's sexuality should be controlled,
Hidden.
hidden, yeah,
Yeah.
rather than embraced and celebrated.
Like we're still stuck in this old script.
I know, it's like we can't break free from these
Yeah.
outdated ideas.
So we're still reinforcing those old gender roles.
Subtly, but yes.
This is a lot, you know?
I know.
It's like overwhelming.
It can feel that way.
How do we even begin to change this?
Well, I think that first step is awareness.
Okay.
Recognizing these subtle forms of the double standard.
Right.
Then we can start challenging them.
So like calling out
Exactly.
sexist jokes.
Calling out those unfair assumptions.
Yeah.
And just trying to use more gender-neutral language.
Okay, so being more mindful
Being mindful of the messages.
of what we say.
to other people.
Yeah, to others and to ourselves.
I think it's also about supporting women
Absolutely.
who choose to embrace their sexuality.
Yes. Celebrate those women
Yeah, without shame.
who defy expectations.
Refuse to be put in a box.
Exactly.
Because a woman's worth
Yeah,
should never be tied to
absolutely not.
her sexual choices.
That's about respect,
Yeah.
equality, and agency for all.
It's a journey, isn't it?
It's-
It's not going to be easy.
No.
But the more we understand this,
the better chance we have
absolutely,
of actually making a difference.
knowledge is power.
Yeah,
The more we understand these dynamics, the better equipped we are to actually dismantle them.
yeah. One conversation at a time.
One choice, one action at a time.
And that's what we're all about here.
And these conversations need to keep going,
Well,
and they need to be inclusive.
Yeah, this research gives us a good starting point.
It's a foundation.
But it's just the beginning.
Exactly.
So let's bring it back to you, the listener.
Yes.
What about your own experiences?
Mm-hmm.
Have you encountered this double standard?
Right. Tell us about it.
How has it affected you or the people you know?
Yeah.
Share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.
Helping you understand the world better.
Together.
Until next time.